What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Friendly Fire Gaming. I am Dadpool, and I am here to tell you 10 things that you need to know about the NERF rival Forerunner XXIII-1200. Alright, so let's dive right into this thing. This is a really cool blaster. Love the color scheme on this thing. And the first thing we need to know is in the name. If you remember, one of my first blaster reviews was the Rival Kronos, and we decoded the name, and this is the 23-1200. Oh my gosh, I just had the biggest 23-1200. And if we break that down, we remember the 23 stands for its release year, 2023. And the 1200, we got to drop the 2 zeros, and that comes into play later. I'll try and remind you of that in just a minute. But the second thing we need to know is that this blaster is still available, and it is at a retail price of $27.99. Now you could tell just by looking at it that it is a pump action blaster, and we'll backtrack just a little bit, breaking down the name. 1200, if we drop the 2 zeros, that gives us a 12, which is the internal clip capacity of this blaster, and it does use the AccuFire. I think it's AccuFire. If not, I apologize. I'll correct it right here if I'm not. The newer ball ammunition, and it is a breech load blaster. Okay, so in order to load it, we got to cock it back, and that opens up our chamber right there, and we just put the rounds in. As I said, it holds 12, and then you are locked and loaded, ready to go. Now, this does not support slam fire, so you just got to be really quick on the pumps to get your 12 rounds off. Now, I've noticed on a lot of the newer blasters that they are not doing an advertised range. Instead, they've moved kind of to a feet per second. So while we don't have like a distance range, it does advertise that it shoots 90 feet per second. So pretty fast traveling ammunition there. We get back to our originals. So we do have a trigger lock. So you can lock that and cannot fire. Pull it back and you're ready to go. Okay, so that's one thing that I like that NERF does, is include the trigger locks. But as always, practice your good trigger discipline. Don't have your trigger on the finger unless you're ready to pull it at your battle buddies. Okay, now you may have just noticed in that little flash, we do have sights. Okay, neon green up front. I got a little hair on there. Neon green up front and yellow in the back. Now, here's the cool thing that NERF started doing. This is not exclusive to this blaster, but they have integrated, if you see this little lever, there's one on this side too. They have, let me stabilize it, adjustable rear sights. So if you're firing, you find out you're firing a little low, you raise the sights up. Okay, so it's got about, let's see, about 4 different positions. So I should have looked at that before we went over. So we do have sights, and they are adjustable. So that's kind of a pretty neat feature. And if you've been paying attention while I've been flipping this thing around and looking at it, there are no tactical rails on this guy. So what you see is what you get. Can't really put anything else on it. I mean, there was room for a tactical rail here. They probably could have put some on the sides, but for whatever reason they chose not to. Maybe aesthetic reasons, I don't know. You'd have to ask NERF on that one. But there is, however, a clip point here on the rear of the blaster, just above the handle. So you could clip a flag or a little strap so you could, you know, carry it around like the cool guys do. Throw a strap over your shoulder and then just, and then you're ready to go. So I hope that looks as cool as I thought it would when I thought about doing it, which was right before I did it literally. So if that was not cool, I apologize, guys. But so yeah, no tactical rails, one clip point. And the big question is it cross compatible with other types of ball ammunition? And the answer is absolutely. You know, that's a great thing that these companies do, you know, is the cross compatibility of the ammunition. So, you know, if you're in a battle with your buddies and they're firing at you and you're firing at them, you can pick up their ammo and just send it right back to them and they can do the same. And it's just a really, really cool thing. So I will say, there was something I was going to say on this. What was I going to say about this? I don't remember. I don't remember, guys. The clip point. I went over all 10 things we need to know. I don't know. This is just a very, you know, as always, lightweight blaster. Easy to carry around, easy to wield with one hand, unless you got a... So, I mean, you prime it, and then you can just go crazy on all your battle buddies. And, yeah, so... I don't know where my sights are set, but we're going to test fire this thing for you because you know we love doing that. And it's probably going to bounce off my wall and hit me in the face, but here we go. Trigger lock is our friend. Here we go. Oh. Bouncing around behind the desk, but very cool. Put the trigger lock back on. Very cool little blaster. I liked it. Just the look of it. It just looks really cool. So that's kind of the main reason I picked it up. And then I figured, you know, why not? We need to do a review on all our blasters. So we're working through it. I still do have some Insanity. I have one Insanity blaster left. If you watched the last series, that's what I was going to talk about. As of recording this video, there have been no comments that want to see me go and test fire. So if you want to see a test fire of the X-Shot Ultimate Insanity, go ahead and drop the comments down below, or you can go back to the Ultimate Insanity and drop a comment on there and be like, yeah, I want to see this. I want you to like empty this thing out and send stuff downrange and put more stuff on it. So I will be including the newer Insanity blasters in some future reviews, so just you're gonna have to stay tuned to find out when those are coming up. So there we go. There are 10 things that you need to know about the NERF Rival Forerunner XXIII-1200. I got it right that time. I am so proud of myself. And we will see you next time on Friendly Fire Gaming.
One more round, it's friendly fire! Friendly fire!